This is Lon ASMR, and today we are going to be looking at 100 best anime quotes of all time, according to Fiction Horizon, which is a nice website I found when looking for the aforementioned anime quotes. As such, we should just jump right into it. No need for me to ramble a whole bunch this time. I may give my thoughts on some of the quotes if they stand out to me, but let's jump into it. So people's lives don't end when they die. It ends when they lose faith. And that's by Itachi Uchiha from Naruto. Now, once again, I may butcher some of these names. I have actually never seen Naruto. I know, that's a shocker for probably some people. I think a lot of people have seen it. Anyways, like I said, I will butcher names left and right. You'll have to forgive me. If you don't take risks, you can't create a future. Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. If you don't like your destiny, don't accept it. Naruto from Naruto. When you give up, that's when the game ends. Mitsuyoshi Anzai, Slam Dunk. So that's pretty inspirational for a sports quote. All we can do is live until the day we die, control what we can, and fly free. Daniil Young, Uchu Kyodai, Space Brothers, is the English title. Forgetting is like a wound. The wound may heal, but it has already left a scar. Luffy from One Piece. It's just pathetic to give up on something before you give it a shot. Reiko Mikami from Another. I like that quote a lot. It always seems like people just want to, give up before they even try something. I think that's a good reminder that you really can't until you try. What's that other famous quote? It's not related to anime, but I really like it. Oh, you miss every shot you don't take. You gotta give, things a chance in life. You gotta get out there and try things or nothing's gonna change. Nothing will get better. You'll just be stuck in a rut. If you don't share someone's pain, you can never understand them. Nagato from Naruto. Whatever you lose, you'll find it again, but what you throw away, you'll never get back. Himaru Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. We don't have to know what tomorrow holds. That's why we can live for everything we're worth today. Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail. I like that quote. Why should I apologize for being a monster? Has anyone ever apologized for turning me into one? Juzo Suzuya from Tokyo Ghoul. People become stronger because they have memories they can't forget. Tsunade Naruto. I'll leave tomorrow's problems to tomorrow's me. Saitama, One Punch Man. That's a good quote for people who like to procrastinate and put things aside for now. That's future you's problem. I like that. If you want to make people dream, you've got to start by believing in that dream yourself. Seiya Kaniya Amagai Brilliant Park. So, I like that because Because if you have a dream, for other people to believe in that dream, you've really got to hold steadfast to that belief. You've got to show other people that you mean it. Being lonely is more painful than getting hurt. Luffy, One Piece. There's no shame in falling down. True shame is to not stand up again. Shintaro Midorima, Kuroko's basketball. Simplicity is the easiest path to true beauty. Seishu Honda, Barakamon. If you can't do something, then don't. Focus on what you can. Shiro, Log Horizon. Giving up kills people. When people reject giving up, they finally win the right to transcend humanity. Alucard, Helsing. You can die anytime, but living takes courage. True courage. Kenshin Himura. Every journey begins with a single step. We just have to have patience. Millie Thompson. That quote sounds very familiar. I wonder if there's been a famous person who said something to that similar effect. I'm not sure why, but that one just stands out to me. It doesn't do any good to pretend you can't see what's going on. Yuya Mochizuki, Another. Now, for those of you who don't know, Another is a horror anime. And I really, didn't expect to see it so many times on this list. But I like that quote. It's very good for the whole bystander effect, where people will tend to watch a situation unfold, a bad situation, and tend not to intervene because nobody else around them is going to intervene. So in that case, it doesn't do you any good to pretend you can't see what's going on. Step up. Help make the world a better place in that case. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of. Staying weak is. I'm gonna butcher this name. Fugolion, Vermilion, Black Clover. To act is not necessarily compassion. True compassion sometimes comes from inaction. Hinata Miyake, a place further from the universe. It's interesting because that quote almost directly contrasts the quote we just read about how it's not good to pretend you can't see what's going on. I suppose if you read in between the lines, you could also say inaction could be useful, but I guess at the same time it is all entirely dependent on the situation. So all I'm really doing, I suppose, is throwing out hypotheticals. Everybody has to make their own judgment. A dropout will beat a genius through hard work. Rock Lee, Naruto. I like that quote. It shows that effort can pay off. Oh, this one's I'm pretty sure most people have heard. Reject common sense to make the impossible possible. Simon from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Whatever you lose, you'll find it again. But what you throw away, you'll never get back. I think I just read that one. I think that might have been on here twice. Okay. If you really want to be strong, stop caring about what your surrounding thinks of you. Saitama, One Punch Man. Vision is not what your eyes see, but an image that your brain comprehends. Toko Aozaki. future is always open. Vash the Stampede. Dragon. Hard work is worthless for those who don't believe in themselves. Naruto. Naruto. A place where someone still thinks about you is a place you can call home. Jiraiya. Naruto. Alright, life comes at a cost. Wouldn't it be arrogant to die before you've repaid the debt? Yuji Kazami. Fruit of Grisaya. Every journey begins. No, we've read that one too. Okay. So it looks like if I read one more than once, that's my mistake. It looks like there are, so far I've come across 2 repeats. So like I said, if I read one more than twice, I don't know, maybe really think about that one or something. If you just submit yourself to fate, then that's the end of it. Kichi Maebara. Hiragashi when they cry. I was just talking about wanting to watch that one in the other video. It is at the moment of death that humanity has value. Archer. Fate series. Yeah, that sounds... I don't remember that quote from him, but that sounds about right. People who can't throw something important away can never hope to change anything. Armin Arlert, Attack on Titan. That one, I really like that one too. It's really hard to make a big change when you have to toss away something. But I guess it's a necessary step a lot of the time to make that necessary change that you're looking for. Whatever you do, enjoy it to the fullest. That is the secret of life. Rider from Fate Zero. Power comes in response to a need, not a desire. You have to create that need. Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Sometimes screaming also works, if we're going off of that series. There are no regrets. Not even a letter. Just kidding, let me restart that one. There are no regrets. If one can be proud of one's life, one should not wish for another chance. Saber, Fate, Stay, Night. So all these Fate characters have a lot of wisdom there. That's a nice one though. We only get one life. So, live it to the fullest. To the best you can possibly do. Because there will be no redo. This is not an anime where you will be isekai'd to another world with another opportunity. You can't always hold on to the things that are important. By letting them go, we gain something else. Kunio Yaobi, Tamako Market. If you don't like your destiny, don't accept it. Instead, have the courage to change it the way you want it to be. Naruto. Naruto. Don't beg for things. Do it yourself, or else you won't get anything. Renton. Thurston from Eureka 7. I refuse to let my fear control me anymore. Maka Albarn, Soul Eater. If you can't find a reason to fight, then you shouldn't be fighting. Akame from Akame ga Kill. You should never give up on life, no matter how you feel, no matter how badly you want to give up. Canon. Some of these are repeats, so let me just keep We can't waste time worrying about the what ifs. Ichigo Kurosaki, Bleach. That one applies a lot to my life. I've been working on trying to throw out the what ifs, because wasting all my time thinking about if I do this, then this, and this bad thing could happen. It's nice to plan ahead, so you don't always run yourself into trouble, but you don't want to drive yourself crazy, thinking only negatively about the future either. A lot of things are out of our control. We just have to accept that and move on. Fools who don't respect the past are likely to repeat it. Nico Robin, One Piece. That's why I can't make a change. Everything I do is so half-assed. Hiroshi Kido, Barakamon. Which kind of relates back to the quote where sometimes you have to throw away something important and put in the effort. Sometimes it's necessary to do unnecessary things. Kanade Shinguji, Best Student Council. An excellent leader must be passionate because it is their duty to keep everyone moving forward. Nico Yazawa, Love Live. Did not expect a Love Live quote on here. Protecting someone means giving them a place to belong. Giving them a place where they can be happy. Princess Lanesia, Log Horizon. Thinking you're no good and worthless is the worst thing you can do. Nobito Doraemon. Sometimes I do feel like I'm a failure, like there's no hope for me, but even so, I'm not gonna give up, ever. Izuka Midoriya, My Hero Academia. When you lose sight of your path, listen for the destination in your heart. Alan Walker, T. Gray Man. That's another one that I really like. The moment you think of giving up, think of the reason why you held on for so long. Natsu Dragneel, Fairy Tale. Don't give up. Oh, wait, that's the same quote as we read before. Life is not a game of luck. If you want to win, work hard. Sora, no game, no life. And in that regard, obviously, life is in some ways a game of luck, though. The stats are divvied out unfairly, depending on where you're born, depending on the family you're born into, depending on your looks and everything else. Life won't be necessarily fair, but if you want to make it the best you can, you are going to have to put in the effort. Alright, now this is another very recognizable quote that most people who like anime would have heard before. The world isn't perfect, but it's there, doing the best it can. That's what makes it so damn beautiful. Roy Mustang, Full Metal Alchemist. Fear is not evil. It tells you what your weakness is, and once you know your weakness, you can become stronger as well as kinder. Gildarts from Fairy Tale. To know sorrow is not terrifying. What is terrifying is to know you can't go back to happiness you could have. Matsumoto Rankiku, Bleach. Knowing you're different is only the beginning. accept these differences, you'll be able to grow past them and grow even closer. Miss Kobayashi, Dragon Maid. Don't be so quick to throw away your life, no matter how disgraceful or embarrassing it may be. You need to keep struggling to find your way out until the very end. Claire Claymore. We are all like fireworks. We climb, we shine, and always go our separate ways and become further apart. But even when that time comes, let's not disappear like a firework and continue to shine forever. Hitsugaya Toshiro. Bleach. If nobody cares to accept you and wants you in this world, accept yourself and you will see that you don't need them and their selfish ideas. Alibaba from Magi. And that's so important about loving yourself, because you cannot change the opinions of those around you. They will have their own life experiences, their own biases, and they will see you in that split second and make a judgment about you already. You can't change that. All you can really do is accept yourself as you are and continue to improve yourself and be the best version of yourself you can be, because at the end of the day, all you have is who you are. When you hit the point of no return, that's the moment it truly becomes a journey. If you can still turn back, it's not really a journey. Hinata Miyake, A Place Further from the Universe. This one's really had a lot of quotes. A person grows up when he's able to overcome hardships. Protection is important, but there are some things that a person must learn on his own. Jiraiya, Naruto. Who decides limits, and based on what? You said you worked hard. Well, maybe you need to work a little harder. Is that really the limit of your strength? Could you of tomorrow beat you of today? Instead of giving in, move forward. Saitama, One Punch Man. Mistakes are not shackles that hold one from stepping forward. Rather, they are that which sustain and grow one's heart. Mavis Vermilion, Fairy Tale. Fear is freedom. Subjugation is liberation. Contradiction is the truth. Those are the facts of this world, and you will all surrender to them. You pigs in human clothing. Satsuki, Kuryuin, Kill la Kill. Hatred and sorrow are power. They are yours to control. All you have to do is turn them into strength, and use that strength to move forward. Sebastian from Black Butler. It's not always possible to do what we want to do, but it's important to believe in something before you actually do it. Might Guy, Naruto. Life and death are like light and shadow. They're both always there, but people don't like thinking about death, so subconsciously, they always look away from it. Yato Norakami. It's more important to master the cards you're holding than to complain about the work on your game. Hatsu Gominato, Selector Infected Wixas. It's an interesting quote and title. Moving on doesn't mean you forget about things. It just means you have to accept what's happened and continue living. Urza Scarlet, Fairy Tale. If you keep hiding your true feelings, who is going to be happy? If you are sad, you should say it out loud. Haruhi, or in high school host club. Religion, ideology, resources, land, spite, love, or just because. No matter how pathetic the reason, it's enough to start a war. War will never cease to exist. Reasons can be thought up after the fact. Human nature pursues strife. Pain. Naruto Shippuden. Don't be upset because of what you can't do. Do what you do best. Live as carefree and optimistically as you can, because some people aren't able to do that. Keima Katsuragi, the world God only knows. If you begin to regret, you'll dull your future decisions and let others make choices for you. All that's left for you then is to die. Nobody can foretell the outcome. Each decision you make holds meaning only by affecting your next decision. Erwin Smith, Attack on Titan. That one's pretty powerful, because your decisions are what make your destiny. If you let somebody else make your decisions, you'll let them control your destiny. That's pretty powerful stuff. Everything has a beginning and an end. Life is just a cycle of starts and stops. These are ends we don't desire, but they're inevitable. We have to face them. It's what being human is all about. Jet Black, Cowboy Bebop. Anything can happen. No one ever thinks it will until it does. What will happen, happens. That's how the world is. The most important thing is to not let the tragedy defeat you. To believe that you can get through it. Kyosuke Natsumi, Little Busters. You'll only realize that you truly love someone if they've already caused you enormous pain. Your enemies can never hurt you the way your loved ones can. It's the people close to your heart that can give you the most piercing wounds. Love is a double-edged sword. It can heal the wound faster, or it can sink the blade even deeper. Himura Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin. I want you to be happy. I want you to laugh a lot. I don't know what exactly I'll be able to do for you, but I'll always be by your side. Kagame Inuyasha. A life without pain is meaningless. That's because no one can gain without sacrificing something. But by enduring that pain and overcoming it, he shall obtain a powerful, unmatched heart. Edward Elric. Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood. You need to accept the fact that you are not the best, and have all the will to strive to be better than anyone you face. Zoro, One Piece. I too will obtain everything that I desire, not because someone asked me to do it, but because I know in my heart that I have something worth fighting for. Julie's Alexia Van Race Field Asterisk War. You can't write Kyoshi. Let's see. Life is like a tube of toothpaste. When you've used all the toothpaste down to the last squeeze, that's when you've really lived. Live with all your might and struggle as long as you have life. Mion Sonozaki Hikodashi. Just like games, no matter how well you have things lined up in your life, there's always something to keep you on your toes. And that's by Kagami from Denpa Kyoshi. Do exactly as you like. That is the true meaning of pleasure. Pleasure leads to joy, and joy leads to happiness. Gilgamesh, Fate Zero. And this looks like our last quote. Do not think about other things. There is only one thing you can do. So master that one thing. Do not forget what you must imagine is always that you yourself are the strongest. You do not need outside enemies. For you, the one you have to fight is none other than your own image. Archer from Fate Stay Night. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed. Perhaps were maybe inspired or at least enjoyed listening to the different quotes and maybe thinking about some of the things they talked about. I know I always enjoy hearing thoughts and ideas from other people like that, and it was interesting to see the different quotes floating around anime, some that I haven't seen. Anyways, I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Until then,